Good Tuesday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. I'm Joey McWilliams. Glad to get to be with you again on a Tuesday night. Missed last week, and sorry about that. Well, you get busy with family and all the things that are going on. But I will tell you though that I was here on my birthday night. So that's dedication. That is that's dedication. And even though it's not one of those round numbers anymore. It's an odd number, but it's not a round number. We're at 51, trying to rock 51 and make that look good as best I can. Bear with me. We're doing all right. I do want to give a shout out to everybody tonight. Thank you for all of you all who have been watching. Nobody in the comment section just yet, but I would be shocked if Dottie doesn't say something here pretty quickly. I appreciate you, and it means a lot to get to visit with you. And tonight, I get to share the screen with somebody that I've known for a long time, and that doesn't make him old, I don't think, unless you just tie in with that. I know that he's younger than I am, so we'll at least give him credit for that. I don't make my guests very often say how old they are, so I won't do that now. But I'm visiting with Brent Ellis tonight. And Brent, first off, thank you very much for being with me here on a Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. And for those who are watching the next day, thank you for watching. Brent, thanks for being here.
You're welcome, Joey. I'm glad to be here.
Listen, I know, of course, we've known each other for a while, and your wife, I met her many years ago as well. Again, that's not an age joke, so don't get me in trouble. She actually just around town doing different things, and I always thought she was a cool person, just got to be friends and got to know you as well. I know that you taught in the school system at Durant. I think at least one of my kids had you in class, and yes. Not just Durant, but Ashley. So talk about, before we get into what you're doing right now, you've been a part of this community for quite a while.
Yeah, of course, I'm born and raised in Durant, but I taught at Ashley for 6 years. I was head of the math department there, taught a little bit of everything, every math there is, even had AP calculus while I was there. But I announced a lot of basketball and baseball games and all the county schools, and even did the Bryan County tournament for 15 years. So just stopped doing that a couple of years ago. And then I came back to Durant, finished out my teaching career. I taught there for 14 years. Did a lot with athletics there, my first 7. So really, really enjoyed it, but met a lot of great people and had a lot of fun.
Okay, add all that up. How much time in school is all of that? You're a math teacher.
Well, I was in school at Durant, kindergarten through 12, so that's 13 years. 4 years at Southeastern, so that's 17. And then the 23 years teaching. So basically, I spent 40 years in school.
All right. Now, see, I didn't ask anyone to guess to tell her his or her age, but I'll let you do the math on that from there on out. Anyway, sorry, that was sneaky. I was just kidding. You've been a part of education.
I'm proud of it.
There you go. You've been a part of education in Bryan County for a long time. Really is what that is, and I have such respect for our educators, and I appreciate the ones who give so much back to our kids. And so thank you, by the way, for what you've not only done, you've got some other stuff going on too right now. It is an interesting time in our country. And, you know, we're pushing year 3 of COVID, which I said a couple of weeks ago, you can actually say COVID now and not be threatened to be kicked off of the internet during a live stream, that it just is what it is. But we're in year 3 of dealing with all of that, but there's so much going on in so many different ways and so many different levels. And I know that you've got a lot that you're able to help people maybe through dealing with some of the issues that are going on in life right now.
Yes, sir. Actually, I actually got burned out in the classroom, and I know that happens, and I had to get out, but I found something where I can still keep on educating people, and I get to do it from home. So, our country's going through a deal right now called the Great Resignation. And, that means many people are changing careers. That's the awesome thing about our business. You can come into my business and stay part-time, get your licenses, life insurance, investments, mortgages, and easily make an extra $12,000 to $20,000 a year. And you can stay part-time forever if you want to. It's extra income. Or, it creates a career spare tire. I look at it this way. If you're going around town, it's okay to have a donut for a spare tire. But if you're going to go cross country, you don't want a donut. You can only go 50 miles and 50 miles an hour. You need a full-size spare tire, and that's what we provide. And it's also an exit strategy if you want to get out of what you're doing now and try something different. So, but that 12 to 20,000 is working very part-time, or you can come in here and break the bank and make over $1 million a year, like over 120 people have done in our company. And we're the only company in the world that can say that. Okay. They're from all walks of life. I've got this book right here called the Financial Independence Council. I mean, that book, to comparison, that's a dish remote. It's about as thick as a dish remote. To be in that book, you have to make 6 figures a year, per year, average. And you start a legacy for your family. You can be what's called an RVP, Regional Vice President, in less than a year and average over $150,000 a year for your family.
Wow.
Pretty good opportunity.
That is something. Yeah. That book you showed is less thick than some of the bills they're trying to pass in Congress, but that's another story entirely. But yeah, it it is an interesting time, and you talked about the fact that we can make changes, and I've mentioned this here before on BCP Live. My dad worked for 45 years with cable company in different names that it had over the course of time. At one point in time, he had the longest tenure of anybody in the country in this in cable business, which was really pretty cool. I think that's neat. That was what was done a lot during his time and his point in life. I've had a lot of different jobs. I mean, a lot of different jobs, and you're talking about the opportunity to make a change if we want to, or make an addition if we want to. And now's a perfect time to do that. And you have that opportunity.
Absolutely. And I mean, if the career thing's not for you, there's also there's a new app that we've just rolled out that's just, I mean, it has just changed things dramatically. It's an app that in less than 5 minutes will show you a handful of ways to improve your finances. Some things might interest you, some won't. But if you can improve your finances in 5 minutes, you'd want to see it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Joey looked at it this morning.
Yes, I did. I sure did. And getting started on that app was not hard at all. Filling out some questions, and really not questions that were challenging or gave a lot of personal information away, just learning a thing or two. So that was not hard. Well, okay, with that in mind then, and I again, thank you for stopping by. Shout out, hey, Linda, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for watching. Jimmy, it's nice to see you come on, and you got to shoot me a message on Facebook. I don't recall anything from last week, so got to shoot me a message on Facebook, man. We got to get together. The opportunities that you're providing, how do people get in touch with you?
They can find me on Facebook, send me an instant message, or simply give me a phone call. I don't mind giving my phone number out right here.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, do it. Let us know.
580-775-1273.
All right. And they can find you on Facebook as well, too. So
absolutely. There's not a whole lot of Brent Ellis's out there. So I think they can find me.
I'll bet you'd be surprised. I didn't think there were that many Joey McWilliams out there, and there are more than I thought. So but still they can find you on Facebook and do that locally. Now, Brent not only is a former educator and a current educator, as you were talking about, you get to help educate people in different ways too. Just all around good guy. I recall having gone to many football games and basketball games that I was broadcasting, that you were there, you and your wife were both there, statting the games and being a part of it. But just a regular guy. I wanted to mention, and a pretty good bowler too. That's a big part of your life, isn't it?
A little bit. Speaking of the stats, though, Joey, I wish I would have coined the phrase "stat that," because I know I said it.
Yeah, many times. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I wish you'd done that. You're a bowler too.
Yes, been bowling league since I was 12. Haven't missed
pretty
a season.
Cool. You and your wife both.
Yes. In fact, Jamie had to take a couple of years off, but she's one of the best females around for sure. She can beat me from time to time. So
Okay, you didn't
She's
have to admit that,
pretty salty. No, I'll
now
brag on her.
okay, but now it's on record, so that is all right. Okay, so they
She
can
shot
find you
her
on
first 300 before I shot mine.
really. That is
But I have
good.
18. She has 4.
Okay, well there's all right. I can tell you really quickly how many 300s I have, and that's not hard to add them up. There you go. Just knock the 3 off of that number, and there you go. That's
There you go.
it doesn't matter. Well, I talk about my bowling prowess another time. Brett, thank you so much for coming on tonight. They can find you on Facebook. You gave your phone number out too as well, and we appreciate that. And thank you for talking about what you're doing and how you can be a help to people. And this is going to be for some people, maybe not for others, but the opportunity is there, right?
Yes, sir. And thank you very much, Joey. And like I said, I'm very passionate about it. You can tell. I've got tears in my eyes right now just thinking about it, talking about it.
Well, and I know that, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate getting to visit with you today. But I know that you want to make a difference for people. So shout out to Brent. By the way, tell Jamie that I said hi. If she's not listening in right now,
She'll go back and watch.
Okay, she'll go back and watch. That'll be all right.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Well, God bless you, man. Thank you very much for being on with us tonight.
Thank you, Joey.
That is Brent Ellis, and of course, he has so much going on, and the opportunity there for you to do something. Look, I didn't want to go too long tonight, and I know every time I say that, then we're going to be here for another 40 minutes. We're not going to do that. Not tonight. There's a lot happening. A really quick update, and we are, I believe, at this point, we are 67 days away from Jenna Page's wedding. So you're going to start hearing about the wedding a lot more on the show. Just telling you that right now. But we'll keep you posted on how everything's going. And what's going on around me will change because part of the wedding venue I'm being relocated. Let's just put it that way. I'm being relocated right out of here, out of Studio B. So who knows what's going to happen with the show over the course of the next 10 weeks. With that in mind, hey, shout out really quickly. Abundant Life Tech Home having a chili cook-off, a contest, by the way, on Friday. That's at 6:30 at Abundant Life Tech Home. I wanted to give them a shout out really quickly for that. So 6:30, 1307 North Washington. That is in Durant. Okay. Lots more on our next show. Another good guest, by the way, coming up on our next show. Thanks to Brent tonight. And thank you for watching. Quick evening, but we appreciate all the time that you stop by. I don't ever take you for granted. I am grateful for all of you that stop by, no matter how long. Thank you, Linda, for watching tonight. Jimmy as well. I want to say this: be wise. Be wise. If you don't feel like you have enough wisdom, God said, ask. It's in James chapter 1. Ask, and he would give you wisdom, and he wouldn't find fault in you asking. Number 2, walk in love. Yeah, sometimes it's challenging. It is not always easy to walk in love by any stretch of the imagination. Sometimes it is. Most of the time, it takes a little effort, but it's worth it. Walk in love. And what you sow, those are the things you're going to reap. And number 3, very important, do not walk in fear. You're going to have lots of opportunities in 2022 to be afraid. Trust me, the national media will give you opportunities in ways you probably haven't thought about yet. You're going to have opportunities to be afraid. Don't do it. Have respect for situations. Be wise in those situations, but do not walk in fear. Be wise. Walk in love. Don't walk in fear. God bless you all. Thank you for watching BCP Live, and we will see you next Tuesday night.